I didn't. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, you guys. I just wanted to hop on here real fast. Hello, hi. I have some things that I want to talk about this morning. Um, okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about was I'm doing good. I just woke up. I'm a little tired, so I'm like, let me just go ahead and go on live so I could just get this out the way. But I'm doing good overall. Thank God I woke up this morning. Um, how are you doing? So some things I want to talk about. Natural grease. I know I was kind of talking about it in my other lives, but I didn't really get a chance to really break it down. But natural grease. Okay, first off, what is grease? Grease is a solid or semi-solid lubricant formed as a dispersion of thickening agents in a liquid lubricant. Um, so grease is a much thicker. Grease is a much thicker substance. So a lot of people think when they are frying chicken, that's grease. No, that's either vegetable oil or canola oil. When you put it into a metal container or anything like that, and it goes into a solid, that is then grease because it's a liquid and I'm sorry, it's a thicker consistency. Um, there's no such thing as natural grease. Um, Grease is often considered petroleum. Um, and I don't have my whatchamacallit out here. Um, and it says that grease is thick, oily lubricant consisting of inedible lard, the rendered fat of waste animal products, or petroleum derived or synthetic oil containing a thickening agent. So that's what I was saying with petroleum. Petroleum is dead carcasses down in deep at the bed of the ocean, and they suck it out through a machine, and that's how we get petroleum gas. That's how we get petroleum that they put in some of these grease and stuff, like the Palmer's hair grease, what they put in Blue Magic. Um, Also, what they put in oils like Wild Growth, Do Grow, those are all oils that are petroleum based and mineral oil. Um, so there's no such thing as natural grease. Grease is very thick and it's very clogging to the hair strands and to the pores. Um, if you want to use a butter like a cacao butter, mango butter, those are thicker, but they're not as thick as you know, um, as a petroleum. Cacao butter, mango butter, and coconut butter, those butters are natural. So they're not clogging to the hair strands. You shouldn't put the butters on the scalp because it is thick, but you could definitely put it on the hair strands and it's not clogging. So there's a lot of I was seeing that someone was saying that there's a natural grease. There's no such thing as natural grease. And butters are butters. Butters are not greases. So, God shows in hair care, we have our own, which I don't have any in here, but God shows that we have our own butters. Um, oh, you're welcome, Tina. Glory be to God. um, Butters are okay. All right, good, good. Yeah, butters are like I can show you guys where the company where we get our butters from is called this company is called Better Shea Butter, and they have unrefined butter. Refined butter is butter that is they processed it so it doesn't hold a lot of its nutrients. So when you want to do unrefined butter, it's 100%, it's not all up in the factory being sucked out of its nutrients and being, mixed and formulated and diluted. So when you go and you get like a store-bought product that says it has shea butter in it, you could just dip your finger in there and then put it on your hair. That's more of an unrefined because they tampered with it so it could be more accessible and usable to the consumer, and it's not hard like an unrefined butter is. When you get, let me show you guys. So this right here is the unrefined shea butter. You see this block right here? It's kind of hard to see, but this is the shea butter right here. See, that's the shea butter right there. And you see how it's a solid? When you melt it, it goes into a oil form. And then when it hits into cool temperature, that's when it goes back into a solid. Hence why it's called butter. Let me see. See, all of their butters, you can see it right there. All of their butters are in a solid. But you see how on the top right here, it's like that creamy consistency. Not saying that they diluted. Okay, have a good day. And yes, charge your phone. Let me see if I can show you guys. See the cacao butter. Cacao butter is also another thing that is much thicker. Let me show you guys. See, this is, oh shoot. See, this is the cacao butter. And that's the shea butter. And that's the mango butter. And you see how they're all solid blocks? A lot of companies, they water it down to where it is, where again you can just dip your finger in there and you can just go about your business, versus with this one they tell you that if you want to use it in a DIY product, you would have to melt it, and then you could, like what we do, we melt it and we add our herbs and everything like that. But you would have to melt it, and then you would have to use like, different ingredients to make it more of a consistency where you could just dip your finger and put it on your hair. Let me see if I could show you guys. So I don't know if you guys could see it, but you see these right here. Sometimes if you want to put it in a container like this to make like body butter, a lot of people would add water in here to make it more looser. And so it's not so hard in texture. And that's where people get the glycerin. They get more of the preservatives where, when they add water in there, it wouldn't germinate. It wouldn't have bacteria and stuff like that, because oil and water, yes, they don't mix. And the only reason why they don't mix is because if you have oil and water, the oil sits on top of the water. So it's not really penetrating in the water, but it could cause bacteria and different things like that to happen as well. But yeah, so there's no such thing as natural grease. So I know there's some people that are saying now that there's natural grease. There's no such thing as natural grease. A butter is a butter, which I just showed you guys. That's natural. It comes from the cacao tree. It comes from the shea tree. It comes with the mango tree. Those are all 100% natural, organic, unrefined butters. You know it's a real butter when it's hard. If you go to the store, like the beauty supply store, and you buy butters, shea butter that's in this little container and stuff, 9 times out of 10, that is not real. They have a lot of fake shea butters out there. So if you want to buy real authentic butters for your hair or for your skin, go to this company right here called bettersheabutter.com. bettersheabutter.com. They have 100% unrefined natural butters. And once you start going through them, you'll never want to go back to Blue Magic or any of that again. Moving on to curls. A lot of African American women men want to have tight curls and stuff like that, let me tell you, when it comes to curls, curls is what you are naturally born with. If you do not have, if you were not born with tight curls, there's nothing you can do that will give you tight curls, because that's just not your natural curl pattern. That's just not your natural curl pattern. You can try all day long to get it, but you're not going to get it. Like a lot of women want to have like curls like this and stuff like that. If you don't have this natural hair curl pattern, you're not going to achieve this. They want to have curls like this. You know, if this is not your natural curl pattern, you're not going to achieve this. You're going to have to do what she's doing, which is a roller set. You know, so either you're born with it or you're not, like Maybelline. Either you're born with it or you're not. If you're not born with tight curls, then you're going to have to use a curling agent. You're going to have to use a curl enhancer to enhance your curls. But if you use the proper shampoo and you deep condition your hair, and you moisturize your hair, you keep your hair hydrated on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, your natural curl pattern would automatically come out and you won't have to do as much. But if you're not using the right shampoo, like if you're using sulfate free but you're packing on heck of products, you need to go to a sulfate shampoo. Especially if you're not washing your hair once a week or every 2 weeks, if you're one of those people where you wash your hair once a month or every 2 months you're never going to get your natural hair curl pattern, because your curls are weighed down by these products. So the lighter your hair is, the better your curl pattern will be able to show. Like for me, on my wash day, I just shampoo. Well, the day before, I detangle my hair, I shampoo, I deep condition, I moisturize, I put my leave-in and my heat protectant, and I blow dry, and I'm done. The next day, I just go in with my butter, twist or braid my hair, and that's it. I don't wash day to wash day. I don't go back and wet my hair again. If you're having to re-wet your hair again, wash day between wash day, that means your hair is not getting a lot of moisture on wash day. So that means you need to increase your wash days from bi-weekly to weekly, and you need to start using a deep conditioner. I would recommend everybody to try the TGIN honey mask. I had it in my live yesterday. Let me just see if I can pull it up for you guys. The TGIN honey mask is a deep conditioner. I highly recommend everybody to try. I recommend everybody to try it because it's super good. And it definitely moisturizes your hair. Also, when you put an oil on top of it, it helps to seal in that moisture as well from the deep conditioner. So this is what the TGIN this is what it looks like. The TGIN honey mask. This is what it looks like, and you can get it at Target. You can get it at Sally's. I believe you can get it at Walmart.com. But this is a really good deep conditioner. I recommend everybody to try. The shampoo that I use is the As I Am shampoo. This one is sulfate free, but it will leave your hair stripped, and that's what you want. A lot of people are like, oh, I want a moisturizing shampoo. Shampoos are not meant to moisturize your hair. If your hair still feels moisturized after you wash your hair, then that means you still have product on your head. Which, if you still have product on your hair, then if you still have product on your hair after you shampoo your hair, and then you go to blow dry your hair is going to be dry. It's going to be stiff. And then when you go to put product on your hair, and then you want to have these curls, it's not going to come out right. You're going to notice a smell in your hair because you didn't fully rinse out the product. So you have product from 2 weeks ago still on your hair. This is a shampoo that I use. It's the As I Am. This one is really, really good for dry and itchy scalp. This promotes scalp care. This is good for people with seborrheic dermatitis, dandruff, anything like that. But even if you don't have those type of scalp issues, it's still good for people it's still good because it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory. So I recommend this shampoo with the TGIN, um, and then also the TGIN moisture butter as well. I recommend that. If you want to look at all the products that I use, you can go back to my live from my wash day from yesterday. I used all of these products. Um, so yeah, a lot of people want to enhance their curls, but if you're not using the right products, if you're first off, your foundation is your wash day. So if your wash day is off and it's not on point, you're never going to see your natural curl pattern. There's no product you can buy. There's no perm, no relaxer that's going to enhance your curls or make your curls go from one state to the next. You know, and a lot of people say, "Oh, my hair is nappy. It's hard for me to, comb through my hair, but I want to enhance my curls." It's like when you are combing through your hair, you're stretching your hair. So, when you're combing your hair and stuff, if you buy a wig that is straight curly and you keep combing it and combing it and combing it, you're going to eventually comb out the curls. Okay, I'm not saying don't comb your hair. I'm saying comb your hair, but the more that your hair grows, the more your curl pattern will be loosened, and you're going to need to comb through your hair. So that's another reason why your curls aren't going to be as tight as if, say, you have a TWA. So naturals need to keep that in mind as well. Like, just a lot of people want that tight curl pattern, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know that may not be. It just may not be for you. Now, can you go out there and buy curl enhancers? Yes. But if you're using that on a daily basis, I wouldn't recommend that. I would not recommend using a curl enhancer every single day just so you can have these tight curls, because you're going to start drying your hair out. A lot of these gels and curl enhancers, a lot of them have alcohols in them. A lot of them have drying agents in there that's going to eventually dry your hair out. So, I mean, if you want to do it for a certain style, like you want to do like a mohawk type style, then yeah, do the curl enhancer. But also too, it's you have to learn. You have to know what style you're going for. You can't just wet your hair, throw a product on, and then just walk outside with wet hair. You have to know how to base the style, and then achieve the style, and have that style where it is not affecting your hair. Because if you walk outside with afro hair and it's wet and it's cold outside or it's hot outside, your hair is going to dry up, and it's going to, like, it may look cute when it's all wet or whatever, but once it dries, it's going to look like you did not care about your hair this morning. You're going to walk out with all this hair you know, just everywhere. You're going to look crazy. You're going to look crazy. So, hence my next thing is wash and goes. Um, you should not be walking outside with wet hair, because you are opening a space for bacteria to come live on your hair strands, or and to also live on your scalp. You need to be drying your hair. And when you go to your hairstylist and she is giving you you know, a style, she is going to be drying your hair. There's no style that you can get and you're leaving your hair wet, and then boom, you got the style. Like, when you leave your hair wet and you go outside, you are drying your hair out. Hence why a lot of naturals say, my hair is hard to comb through, my hair is nappy, my hair is kinky, I'm tender headed. You have inflammation of the scalp, and your curls and your hair is tangling like this. So when you go to comb through it, you're pulling on your scalp and you're ripping your hair out. And why a lot of naturals have hair loss, they have excessive shedding. Like, you're stressing your hair strands out. And you're pulling your hair instead of it just gliding out with the, its natural thing. And like, so wash and goes is a no-go. Wash and goes is cool. Like if you wash your hair and then you want to put your styling gel in, and then you go and you get a diffuser. Let me show you guys what that looks like. And this is an attachment for your blow dryer. So if you do not have one of these diffusers, this is a diffuser that you would use on your blow dryer, and this is what would give you that curl, because when you are using that, your hair is already like this. So what you're doing is you're just going like this with the diffuser, and it's helping to dry your hair in place and to keep that curl right there too. I would say if you want to get a good curl, and you want to, use a curl enhancer or a gel or whatever, I would say while your hair is wet, put your gel on, curl your hair into that style, or you could put it in like, I don't know, flexi rod or something like that, depending on how big of a curl you want, and then go in with your diffuser, right? Going with the diffuser, and you'll use it. It's like going like this on your hair, and that will dry your hair in place, and that will also dry the curl in place, so you could have that enhance of curls. And that would be considered a wash and go. Wash and go does not mean you wash your hair and then you go outside with your hair dripping wet and water's running down your face. That's not a wash and go. That's just you washing your hair and then you just happen to go outside. Like a wash and go is a style. It's not you washing your hair and then going outside. Totally missed the point of that. Gels, there's no good gel out there. No matter what company is selling gels, I don't care what type of ingredients they have. Gels, there's no gel out there that's going to help promote hair growth, that's going to keep your hair healthy. If you use it on a daily basis, gels can dry your hair out and it can take your edges out. If you use it on a regular basis and you do not wash your hair weekly or bi-weekly, okay? So gels can either leave like a cakey, white, flaky substance on your scalp, and that's like with the alcohol or their type of ingredient, or they don't have those type of ingredients, but they're not giving you a hold. So after a while, like when you first put it on your head, it's like, oh, your hair is slick, but then maybe let 2 hours or an hour go by and your hair is like, you know, it's not, you know, what you call it? It's not laying down anymore. Like your baby hair is coming up. There's no such thing as healthy gels. You know, there's no, there's nothing that gels can do to help, make your hair healthy or anything like that. Shampoo bars. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but shampoo bars are like body bars that you'll use, like Dove. You know, they have like the bar of soap, but they have it shampoo style. Shampoo bars, for me, I wouldn't recommend a shampoo bar, because just like if you were to use like Dove body bar, if you were to leave it in your shower exposed to the air and everything, it could have this white film on top and it could cause bacteria. So I would definitely recommend still using, you know, the bottled body wash. Like this right here is considered body bars. They have the Castile body bar. You know, they're trying to, some people are saying that the body bars are more healthier for your hair than, or more softer on your hair than a bottled shampoo. No, because they have to add more ingredients to this body bar to keep it into a solid and for it to be able to work well with water and not ferment and not germinate. So I would just recommend using a bottled shampoo, and you will need to know for your hair texture what shampoo is good for your hair, what conditioner is good for your hair. Really, it's not really about shampoo. It's a matter of if you want a deep conditioner or a regular conditioner. But when it comes to a shampoo, it's really important to know what shampoo is good for your hair. If you wash your hair on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, you need a sulfate free. If you have straight hair and your hair is prone to be more oily, you need a sulfate shampoo. If you are constantly caking on product on your hair every single day, you need a clarifying shampoo. And I would use that once a month. Um, but you need to use that clarifying shampoo once a month if you're constantly caking on product. But I would just say that one time use a clarifying shampoo, and then you need to wash your hair weekly or bi-weekly. If you want to have healthy long hair, which I think a lot of us want, healthy long hair, you need to be washing your hair weekly or bi-weekly. Um, because the longer you go with not washing your hair, the more your hair is going to be prone to tangles, dryness, itchiness, inflammation, bacteria, and the list goes on. So that's all I have for today. Um, I'm so happy I was able to get all that out. I was meaning to talk about that for the long. Well, actually, I wanted to talk about natural grease, but um, yeah, I got distracted on some of my lives. So, and I was watching this live yesterday. I don't know if you guys watched it, but it was the Jen Jackson and this master cosmetologist on YouTube. Um, I was watching them yesterday, and that's where some of my topics came from because, and if some YouTubers tell you they don't watch other YouTubers, come on. Come on. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, if you just go searching YouTube so you can have something to talk about, that's like, you know, something else. But let me see. Yeah, it was this right here. It was the couch, conversation master cosmetologist speak on no oils, no butters. So I was watching this yesterday, and that's where some of the topics. That's where all the topics came from. Um, and the whole no oils, no butters. Please, you guys, um, go back to using oils and butters. Like oils and butters has nothing to do with why your hair is dry or anything like that. You need to look at what shampoo, what makes your hair dry is what you're using as far as a shampoo. If you're using a deep conditioner, because if you're just using a regular conditioner, then that means you need a deep conditioner because your hair is dry. How often are you washing your hair? What shampoo are you using? What type of conditioner are you using? Um, are you using a moisturizer? Are you using a leave-in? Do you even blow dry your hair? What type of blow dryer are you using? And then what is your diet like? What are you eating? If you're constantly eating McDonald's, there's the problem. So don't just exit out oils and butters. Also, too, when we say oils, don't go to your beauty supply store and go buy Wild Growth or Do Grow. Wild Growth and Do Grow are not the oils you guys think it is. If you've been using that and your hair is still in the same spot, just because you put olive oil and jojoba oil and grapeseed oil and coconut oil and all these different 7 blend oils together, that does not give your hair anything. It's not doing nothing for your hair. Nothing. I'm sorry, it's not doing anything. Um, those oils by itself have its own properties. It has its own nutrients, but you need to add herbs in your oils. Um, your herbs like horsetail, nettle, moringa, it's going to be extracted into the oil and it's going to give your hair those benefits. Okay, that the oils can't give your hair ever. So if you want to get a good herbal oil, go to godshows.haircare.com. I'm telling you guys, if you're a herbalist, ask any herbalist, ask anybody that specializes in herbs. They're going to tell you herbal oil is replacing these plain old oils that they're just putting all these different oils together. Not every oil works well together because you're mixing fattier oils like olive oil with grapeseed. Now, those two oils by itself is cool, But if you're having olive oil with grapeseed and jojoba and coconut and tea tree, bruh, no. And I already spoke on essential oils with, you know, so I'm not gonna go into that. But if you are trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna be using peppermint oil, essential oil, and I'm gonna use it with a carrier oil like olive oil. If that peppermint oil does not say it's for the skin, do not put it on your skin. Period. There's a difference between an essential oil for a diffuser and for your skin. If you buy it, if you buy the peppermint essential oil in the aisle where you have those candles and diffusers, that's for a diffuser. You will have dry scalp. You will have allergic reaction. And it's very, very, very harmful. If you go, you can even ask your doctor would tell you too. If you go to the pill aisle on the end cap in Walmart or Target and they have, you know, a tea tree essential oil and it says it's for the skin, you can use it in your shampoo or whatever, or as a DIY. That's when you can use it on your skin. However, there's a lemon essential oil. If it does not say you could, if it says not for topical use, that means you cannot put it on your skin. It will cause a reaction because how they formulated it, how much lemons they squeezed out to make the lemon oil. It's very, very potent and it's very, very dangerous if you are not using the correct essential oil like tea tree oil and peppermint oil correctly. So it doesn't matter if you use it in an olive oil or a grapeseed. If it says that you can, if it's for a diffuser, it's for a diffuser. It's for aromatherapy. Okay. So, period. Um, And that's also why a lot of naturals have dry, and that's what I don't, no one's really talking about it. And this is why a lot of naturals experience dry hair because they are using essential oil, lavender, peppermint that you were using you were using a diffuser for aromatherapy in your hair. Like no one, So, but I'm gonna go ahead and get off alive. But I want to finish what I was saying. So the oils, and then butters. Butters are good for when your hair is dry. Oils are good for when your hair is wet because it could really penetrate in your hair strands and it won't leave like a coating. It could actually penetrate in your hair strands and stuff like that. Which is a butter is like is good for on top, you know. Um, so I would use an oil when your hair is wet, and I would use, but at the same time, you wouldn't need to use an oil when your hair is wet because you would use an oil when you deep condition your hair. If you want to learn how I use my oils when I deep condition my hair, go to my live on deep conditioning, or it's my bad. You can go on my playlist on my deep conditioning, and you guys can see how I use my conditioner with my oil. Um, so the only time you should be using oil, honestly, is when you're detangling your hair. You don't need to oil your hair every single day. That's doing too much. Um, so, um, yeah, you don't need to oil your hair every single day. That's, and then using a butter every single day, you don't need to use a butter every single day, and you don't need a butter on your scalp. I would say instead of using butter on the scalp, use an oil, but I'm talking about a herbal oil. If you just want to use um, regular olive oil, you can, but I'm telling you, once you start using herbal oil, like using herbs in your oil, this is something you could also make at home. I have a playlist of how you can make your own herbal oil at home. Check that playlist here on my YouTube. When you start using herbs in your oil for your hair, I'm telling you, it's gonna change your hair game. You can use horsetail, moringa, nettle just to start off with. Um, just to start off with, and you can get all those ingredients on Amazon. So, sorry, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm tired. But that's all I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to be coming on live later on today because I'm going to be twisting up my hair. So y'all stay tuned to that. I don't know what time, but if you subscribe to my channel, turn on the post notifications, you guys will be notified every single time I go live. So also too, I put in the description box my website and my other social media platforms. You guys can stay connected to me over there. I thank you guys all for joining. You guys have a good day, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube and everything, and also my other social media platforms. And also check out my website, godshowsandhaircare.com, to get your herbal blends, aka your herbal oils. My herbal oils start from $10 to $15, so it's super affordable. Free shipping on everything. So you guys go check it out, godshowsandhaircare.com. And yeah, I'll be coming back on live later. So until then, bye guys.